Oh, it says here, I just saw explaining structural unemployment, minimum wage laws, unions, efficiency wages.
You two are really busy pointing fingers at one
and job search.
So I quit my job.
Your job search is the answer.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because while you're searching for a job, well, I guess that makes you still unemployed, but reading on the PowerPoint that she sends us every week, everything's mentioned except for job search.
Yeah. How do I think about it? Which one next?
Okay. If there were no factors keeping wages from reaching equilibrium, then there would be no cyclical unemployment, frictional unemployment, structural unemployment, or natural rate of unemployment. I think the natural rate. But let me check again really quick.
That was like one of the two.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
She doesn't smell like that. Because everything can walk away. This is very good. I don't like smell alone. One with the sick clothes. She took the shower yesterday. She did it.
The natural rate includes frictional unemployment and structural unemployment. Frictional unemployment occurs when workers take time to search for the right job. Structural unemployment occurs when above equilibrium wages result in a surplus of labor. 3 reasons for above equilibrium wages include minimum wage laws, unions, and efficiency wages. If there were no factors keeping wages from reaching equilibrium, then there would be no
cyclical.
Cyclical?
Yeah, cyclical is the deviation of unemployment from its natural rate. So it's like unemployment spikes.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it don't really spike ever if you couldn't. You were at equilibrium.
All right. Oh, it does say the natural rate of unemployment consists of frictional unemployment and structural unemployment. So, yeah, you're probably right. It's cyclical. There would be no cyclical unemployment. If there were no factors keeping wages from reaching equilibrium, then there would be no. And then later on, we will learn about. There would be no natural rate of unemployment. That's my instinct. Because all the other 3 unemployment structures have something to do with the natural rate of unemployment. So if there were no factors keeping wages from reaching equilibrium, then there would be no natural rate of unemployment. Yikes, I don't know. That's my logic, but I could be totally wrong. So you think it's cyclical?
The only reason why I wouldn't think it'd be natural rate of unemployment is because, I mean, there'd still be unemployment.
Okay.
The natural rate is just, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the only reason why. I'm not saying pick cyclical, or I'm just saying that's why I think. I don't know. But, we could save it for later.
Okay. Okay, number 3, it's the chart 28.3. It says if the government imposes a minimum wage of $4, how many workers would be unemployed? 0?
Yeah.
from infections, serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancer. That's not like
So
serious allergic reactions.
minimum wage at 4.
Tell your doctors you can areas where
Why 0?
Because if they put the minimum wage at 4 is below the equilibrium. So everybody's at $6. So if they impose a minimum wage law at $4, nobody's gonna get fired because they're already paying them more than the minimum wage. The minimum wage is if they usually cause unemployment if they put the minimum wage above equilibrium because
Oh,
there has to pay more for each person, so they
Talk right now. I know,
lay
right?
people off.
okay. Marginally attached workers are people who are
20% off wine sale.
I'm trying to
marginal.
I can't even work. Who do I call? Call Jake.
A second.
Call Jeff.
Are who are not working and are not looking for work but would work if asked.
Marginally attached workers are people who are looking for a better job not working and are not looking for work, but that's B?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one I have is suppose that the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that the entire adult population of Mankiwoland can be categorized as follows: 25 million people employed, 3 million people unemployed, 1 million discouraged workers, and 1 million people who are either students, homemakers, retirees, or not seeking employment for other reason. What is the labor force participation rate? B as in boy?
D as in dog?
Oh, D as in dog. So you did the math?
Yeah.
Okay. Unions contribute to, let's see. Frictional unemployment, but not the natural rate of unemployment. The natural rate of unemployment, but not the frictional unemployment. Both frictional unemployment and the natural. Neither. Oh my. Let's see. I have it. Unions, a worker association. Unions. Let's see. When unions rate above the equilibrium quantity.
Well, her mother went and Monique went to 10 containers of trash. Disgusting. And her mother here's the hotel. Right now, Christy is not welcome to the home. My message for Christy is she needs to turn around all this stuff. Christy, if you stay on your own now,
It'd be both.
there's going to be no hope.
It would be both frictional unemployment and the natural rate.
It's Dr. Charles Sophie. Dr. is on,
So
and he is board certified in 3 clinical specialties: adult psychiatry, child and adolescent psychiatry, and practice. He's also the medical director of the Department of Child and Family Services here in Los Angeles. So, Dr. Sophie,
I think it's frictional. I know it's frictional because
this is
a union is usually set for like a certain company or a certain
and it has
mechanics, for example, like certain skill set.
Mm-hmm.
Unions will make unemployment rate for them to go up, and so the frictional, like mechanic jobs more often because they'll be the ones unemployed.
He's functioning with a
It'll be frictional. I'm not sure the natural rate of employment. I think it is though because
At this point, she's very
simply
deep
increase it because more people would be unemployed.
application. She wants what she wants when she wants it, and she wants it right now. And that's why she can go from telling you to
I'm
go.
just gonna guess both. I'll submit mine first since most of these answers.
Okay. The efficiency wages theory provides a possible explanation as to why workers.
As in,
You have a tug of war.
oh, geez.
It's a stamp.
It's what?
C.
Oh, C is in Charles.
Yeah. For some reason, my mind blinked and I couldn't think of a C word.
Firms may be inclined to keep their workers' wages from above the equilibrium level. That one?
I'll guarantee you.
Yeah.
It's usually all.
Okay, number 8, unemployment that results because it takes time for workers to search for the jobs that suit best their taste and skills is called
Frictional.
okay. Workers searching for jobs that suit them in most closely associated with workers.
Frictional too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're searching for jobs that best suit them in both.
It takes time to search for the jobs and occurs even if there are enough jobs to go around. Workers searching for jobs that best suit them is most closely associated with. Okay. Okay, 10.
Okay, have a break.
Who in the adult population is counted as employed in the United States labor statistics? People who are temporarily absent from their jobs and people who work without pay in family members' businesses, no. People who are temporarily absent from their jobs, but not people who work without pay in family members' businesses, no. People who work without pay in family members' business but do not work, but not people who are temporarily absent from their job. What? Neither people who are, what's that?
I was just gonna say it's D.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, none of these are making sense to me. I'm like, no. Okay, 11. The Bureau of Labor Statistics produces data on unemployment and other aspects of the labor market from a regular survey of about 600 households, 6,000, 60,000, 6 million.
60,000.
Okay, I'm trusting. I don't recall reading that at all, but okay. If unemployment is 2,000 workers, then the minimum wage must be
Because it's time to choose your Medicare plan. Call
if it's 2,000,
1-775-2553.
that's that 20 at the bottom, right?
Look at all the benefits you need to take care of yourself.
Hundreds of workers, wage.
I think it's 8.
Without all the costs to original Medicare, including copays on
But that if it's 30
copays on select prescription drugs,
and 80,
$0 monthly premium, and $0
well, wait, $8, you said?
So
Yeah, I think it's $8.
6
And how do you come up with that?
553. That's
Because if you're 2,000
1-525.
workers,
You're free and
then the minimum wage must be, if unemployment is 2,000 workers, hundreds of workers,
We're ready to start making season 18 of Dr. Phil. All we
So the way I got it, if you go back 2,000 workers from the equilibrium
and click
on the supply curve, well, you'd go up it.
consider.
Or you'd be going up to the left,
okay?
2,000, get you to $8 now.
Take you back. Why did you decide to rejoin us?
Just to explain,
From the equilibrium,
Yeah, so the equilibrium is over 50, right?
that's 50 and $6. That's where the point is.
Yeah. So if you go back 2,000, so you go to 30.
Okay.
Where does the line cross 30? It crosses it at $8. So that's why I think it's 8.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, that's labor forces statistics by age. Suppose people in the adult, no, labor force statistics by age. That's the title. Suppose people in the adult population of small country are classified based on their age. So you have this chart of millions of people. It says, what is the U4 measure of labor underutilization.
The answer would be B, as in boy.
Okay. Gwen is unpaid worker in her family's restaurant. The Bureau of Labor Statistics counts Gwen as
I'm curious.
unpaid worker in her, huh?
You can go.
This is asked to another.
Gwen is an unpaid worker in her family's restaurant. So that's not counted in the unemployment,
When,
not in the labor force. So is it B?
to
It
all
would be C, because she would be technically still employed.
And in the labor force?
Yeah. So anything that is employed or employed is all in the labor force.
It's going to create this transfer.
But
The only
there's
thing
a,
that-
huh?
The only thing that isn't in the labor force is retired people, students, and mothers, stay-at-home moms.
Oh, yeah.
So all these options are in the labor force, and unemployed and employed are both in the labor force.
Stay,
Technically employed.
But she's not paid.
stay, that's when I would try to.
She isn't, but under the definition for employed, it says even if you're not paid but you're working for a family,
What yes?
you're employed.
All right.
Coming here today.
Suppose that the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that the entire adult population of whatever land can be categorized. Did you do the math on that one?
I said, well,
I'm
I'm
gonna find it.
move into a par with me.
That 28.1. So it's 25 million employed, 3 million unemployed, 1 million discouraged workers, and 1 million people who are either students, homemakers, retirees, or not seeking employment for other reasons.
Is it the 28.1?
Yeah, 28.1.
What is the unemployment rate?
Yeah.
Unemployment rate would be 10.7, would be C.
We just got a message from Michael.
Yeah, he said he did it yesterday.
System kills 99.99% of what it does back to you.
Other things being equal, which of the following would increase the unemployment rate? An increase in the number of women who return to work after being stay-at-home mothers? No. A preference among older men to retire early? Other things equal, which of the would increase unemployment? So, okay. An increase in the maximum number of weeks for which someone can receive government unemployment benefits? An increase in the number of previously unemployed women who stop looking for work and become discouraged. Oh my, I hate these type of questions. But I'm thinking it's B. No?
Justin Joseph.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Public policy can reduce both frictional unemployment and natural rate of unemployment. Can reduce frictional unemployment, but cannot reduce the natural rate. Cannot reduce, oh my gosh, but it can reduce the natural rate of unemployment, cannot reduce either frictional unemployment or the natural rate of unemployment.
It's time to get covered.
I picked A.
Welfare Medicare Advantage plan, you go with limited income, more benefits now.
Okay. So it can reduce both frictional unemployment
Coverage,
and the natural rate of unemployment.
all at no extra cost. Enjoy all of it.
Okay.
Plan premiums and pays. For more than 30 years, welfare has been providing exceptional savings.
Then number 18, paying efficiency wages means that wages are
Now you get more benefits like free transportation.
okay.
Advantage plan from Welfare. Choose a plan that enhances your health with coverage you can count.
The theory of efficiency wages. Firms voluntarily pay above equilibrium wages to boost worker productivity.
Call 1-877.
So the firms, let's see, so it says the firms voluntarily pay more above equilibrium, and boost work productivity. The above equilibrium profits are higher than they otherwise would be, or the above equilibrium profits are lower than the otherwise. Different versions of efficiency wage theory suggest different reasons why firms pay. So it has to be A or B.
I chose A.
Start here and here.
Okay.
Good times.
Want to know what's going on?
If changing consumer preferences increases the demand for satellite radios and decreases demand for video cassette recorders,
Where else?
the economy will likely exhibit an increase in the natural rate of unemployment, or a decrease in the natural rate or frictional unemployment or efficiency wages. I would say D as in David.
Anxiety. That's expensive.
Yes, and David?
Yeah, what do you think?
There is a place here in California in
It's more of an efficiency thing, right?
that, and it is a.
I could be wrong.
I was thinking C.
This is a place
Hmm.
that
Why do you
provides.
think B?
Well, when it says if changing consumer preferences increases the demand for satellite radios and decrease demand for cassette recorders, the economy will exhibit
Just told me to just, sometimes, just go on the street to other friends.
no, it wouldn't be D, you're right. I misread that.
That's what I did.
An
I think it'll
increase.
be C because all the satellite radio, like
Her life.
employees, whatever,
Uh-huh.
and they're probably looking for jobs in a department instead of so
Right now,
their skill sets, whatever,
That offer expired.
go down. I don't know.
World
Experience frictional, I think.
might be responsible.
All right.
No, that's what I think.
Okay.
I think
Evidence from research studies by economists
your age, you
shows that increased unemployment
turn your nose up at it.
benefits decrease the job search efforts of the unemployed.
That's,
So that's A.
yeah, it's A.
All right, we're done.
Offering their service.
All turn it in.
that she graduated, but she doesn't. Now,
I feel as bad if I steered you wrong.
No, you didn't. I should feel bad that I didn't help a whole lot.
Robin having some fun dancing.
Okay.
Robin was taking the lead because I have.
So I got a couple wrong.
How many?
I got 6 wrong.
What?
You guys, Carla Weston said.
Okay, so the unions contribute to,
Uh-huh.
I put both.
Robin loves
It's not frictional.
you. Dancing queen because both of you
Oh, yeah.
are dancing queens. Well, okay. I don't know where you're gonna find one like Robin.
The
Unions.
answer is B as in boy.
The answer is B?
B.
Oh, shoot. What other one?
I'm gonna take a picture of this real quick.
But peace out, you're done.
Okay, then there is the who in the adult population is counted as employed in the U.S. labor statistics.
my brand name product.
Okay. We put D, right? As in David?
Yeah.
Manicure and oils. Peace out
And that's wrong?
also has our.
Oh, yeah, I read it wrong. Dang it.
Is
It's A.
employed.
I meant to put both people instead of neither.
It's cool names for her products. She sits on
I even said that. Dang it, that sucks.
So it's A,
Yeah, because
people who are temporarily absent from their jobs and people who work without pay in family members' businesses.
yeah, that's what I was saying, but then I accidentally clicked.
Yeah, you did say that.
That's
Sorry.
I need to read it a little bit closer.
Patented dynamic diffusion.
And question 11.
Result.
Not your question 11. It's the suppose that the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports the entire adult population.
and get yours, just head over to Robin.
Okay, we put 10.7.
The only place
No, it's the other one. What is the labor force participation rate?
luxury skincare collection and audience, you know Robin loves to get.
Let me see.
He signed up.
It's, what does it start with? Suppose? Suppose, oh, the 96.7, that's what we put?
Yeah, the correct answer is C.
Just go to Dr.
Oh, I know, I could have helped you with that because that one, I know how to do the math on that. All you need is the formula, so you might have just done a little mistake on your math.
news another day on High Alert. Here's Wayne's live team coverage running from the flames. Dramatic video.
If there were no factors keeping wages from reaching equilibrium, then there would be no.
If there were no factors. Okay.
It was actually not cyclical, but structural.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Hands up to give you the most luxurious comfort money can buy. In 15 minutes or less, Giroux Complete Fit will get you straight.
Okay. Is that it or one more?
Yeah, that makes sense now that I think about it. No, and then, I guess I don't know how to do this one. The one that says refer to figure 8-3 if unemployment is 2,000 workers.
If the jewelry exchange has 1 carat certified.
Oh.
And why it's 7,000.
Certified 5,900. Thousands of TIA diamonds and novice at insane prices, plus the interest.
It's 7, not 8.
Here's a plan that is true.
7,000 people?
It was $7. The unemployment is 2,000 workers, then.
I can't find that one.
Cover your prescription.
If the government imposes, no.
Speak with Scan about the benefits and extras you need for 2020.
The government what?
I can't find it. That's so weird.
All Scan.
This is if unemployment is 2,000 workers?
Don't miss. Wow.
Oh, so it's $7. Got it.
Oh. Maybe it's because it's 4,000 to 6,000?
Tell me what happened.
It's supply and demand.
It's kind of like aggressive.
Let's see. If the unemployment is 2,000 workers, because that chart is in hundreds at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Minimum wage would be 7.
Soon running 19-year-old Cassandra Tenzo.
Because it's the difference between the surplus lines. So it's from 60 to 40.
Yeah.
So it's 20. So it would be 2,000.
That's what I'm thinking.
So,
Yeah, it'd be 7. I was going to say the last one would be the other things being equal, which of the following would increase the unemployment rate?
You're playing that on the 19th of June. You were in your home and
it's not B.
Broke through the screen in your house and to talk to you.
How is that? No, it's not. It's not B. It's C. But
it was outside.
Let's see. Other things being which of the following would increase unemployment? It would be an increase in the maximum number of weeks for which someone can receive government unemployment benefits.
Yeah, so that's right.
And
it's
then
also saying the second one, a preference among older men to retire early, is also correct.
that's why I remember I told you that. That's what I thought it was. But so we were probably both right. So
I thought you were saying the first one was right.
no, I said a preference among older men to retire early.
Well, I don't get how that hiring goes into completely out of the labor force. It doesn't add to unemployment.
What they're taken out of because if they retire, they're taken out of the labor statistics, right? Like what is that called? The labor, what do they call it? The numbers,
You're talking about the labor force participation rate?
The labor statistics, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So the labor force. So a preference among older men to retire early. So they retire early. Are they still considered unemployed? Because not until they retired are they taken out of the labor force. Correct? So the answer was C, right? So it is number 0.2 and 3?
Yeah. I don't get that.
Well, let me,
It says not in the labor force. This category includes those who are retirees. So it'd be taken from the employed and putting into the non-labor force. So it completely passes over unemployment.
yeah, but they're retiring early. So does that mean they're considered unemployed until they retire? Like the age they should retire? I don't know. That one's strange, huh?
Yeah. Anyways, that's all of them. I'm gonna ask the teacher about that. I feel like that's wrong.
Yeah, let me submit to see if it gives me all the right answers, because it might mark it wrong again, right? Oh no, it was all correct. Yeah, send him a message and see what he says.
That makes no sense to me. They should have worded it differently then. Because I see what you're saying. I mean, they should have worded it differently then.
Right? Yeah, so